Good afternoon to Good afternoon to everyone present here. We welcome you all to this exciting session. Great opportunities come to all, but the secret of success in life is to be ready to grasp them when they arrive. With this quote, I would like to invoke by seeking the blessings of our presiding deity of Goddess Vasabamba. Now I request Rakshana and Kritika to sing a prayer song.
श्री महेश्वरी वासवी नगरीश्वरी परमेश्वरी कामितार्थमुलिच्छि प्रोवमु कन्यका परमेश्वरी देवदेवी महेश्वरी जगदीश्वरी भुवनेश्वरी काववे ममु एल्लवेलल कन्यका परमेश्वरी बालचन्द्रकिरीटधारिणि भव्यसुन्दररूपिणी वैश्यवंशयशोभिवर्धिनि कन्यका परमेश्वरी श्रीमहेश्वरि वासवी नगरीश्वरी परमेश्वरी कामितार्थमुनिकन्यका परमेश्वरी कन्यका परमेश्वरी कन्यका परमेश्वरी.
Thank you, girls. Welcome to those who believe in the power of dreams and who would like to join us in the exploration of life. Now I request Shiva Priya from 3rd BCom General to give welcome address.
Good morning, everyone. It is such an honor for me to get this opportunity. I would like to welcome our management, honey correspondent sir, our principal ma'am and vice principal ma'am, IAC president and coordinator. Last but not least, I would like to welcome all the charming students on behalf of SKPC. It's a pleasure for me to welcome our great speaker of the day, Mr. M.N.R. Gupta, MTech MBA, Global CEO, Director of Ritchie Group Finance Europe. Thank you for joining with us, sir. Once again, we welcome you to our college.
Thank you, Shiva Priya. Women are the largest untapped reservoir of talent in the world. Now, I would request Divya from 3rd BCom General to introduce our vibrant chief guest.
Young engineer M.N.R. Gupta is a synonym of dynamism, with integrity, well-dignified, by self-driven, enthusiasm and evergreen fire to do things differently. M.N.R. Gupta is a perennial source of never-ending inspiration and perseverance. It is willpower that makes them collaborate leaders and motivators for many entrepreneurs across the globe. Being a taskmaster is not an easy experience, but for M.N.R., it is a simple cakewalk. Entrepreneur M.N.R. Gupta, MTech MBA, Global CEO and Director, Ritchie Group Europe. M.N.R. Gupta completed his MTech in NITW. Mr. M.N.R. Gupta, recognized as Distinguished Young Alumni Professional Achievement Award. Sir completed MBA Business Management from SIBM Pune and received the Student Excellence Award. In 2016, won Global Champion in Dubai. Gupta initiative ROM Global NRI debate in Oman and expanded to 50 countries covering all countries. Creative India Most Intellectual Person of the Decade 2020. Guinness Book of Records London 2019. First Indian CEO to receive 2 European Business Award 2019 in competitive with 150 companies received 90 international award from US, UK, Europe, Dubai, Oman, etc. Broken 15 world records with teams of 100 country nationals. We wish him many more achievements, sir. Now let's watch a video about our chief guest. We are delighted to have you as our guest speaker, sir. We look forward to your session. Welcome, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have a little throat problem. So please adjust with my throat issue. Thank you so much for your wonderful introduction. I want to make this session as a more and more interactive session with all of you. So you keep ask questions to me so that I can talk about those points which you are looking for. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So all of you, I kindly request you to actively participate, because if you interact more and more, this session will be more effective for all of you also. See, being an entrepreneur is always a tough task, and especially when you are starting a startup and all, because it requires a lot of passion, perseverance, determination, dedication to be an entrepreneur. For example, if you take example regarding COVID-2, we have a lot of challenges. 2 years complete world is stopped and there is no cash flow and there is no business going on in the schools. All colleges closed, all schools closed. And as an entrepreneur, we have sustained, like, for example, if we talk about our company, so 2 years, our complete business is stopped and our complete revenue is stopped. But our team is working continuously because we take it as an opportunity to expand the brand, and we did not give up. So as an entrepreneur, when you want to go ahead in your career, you should have a clarity what exactly you want to achieve, how you want to achieve, and there must be some action plan and there must be some business plan also. So during this corona crisis also, what we decided is that all our team, to motivate all of them, I was staying with them continuously, and we did a lot of groundwork. So because of that, we have expanded our company to Dubai, Brazil, Nepal, and many other countries during this pandemic time. So when you want to become an entrepreneur and all, you should first identify which area you want to work. Take up an idea and develop that idea to see that, and you need to do a lot of research in the market. Like, for example, there are hundreds of sectors available in that market to do the business. So you need to identify which sector you want to work, and you have to identify which sector has a lot of future potential. Like, for example, now if you see the present scenario now, 2022, now the future is for the education, hospitals, and hospitality. Means if you take up this particular area, so next 50 years, there is a lot of demand for education, because every year we are producing one country equivalent to Australia. Every year, India's population is increasing 2%. So there is a lot of demand for the education sector. Like that, when people are increasing more and more, there is a lot of demand for health, means hospitals and all. When people are increasing more and more in cities and people are migrating from villages to towns also, there is a lot of potential for the hospitality sector, like restaurants, hotels, and all. So these three are the major areas where you can have a lot of future potential. So this is a step one where you need to identify the area where you want to work. So once you identify the area, then you need to give at least minimum 3 to 5 years quality time to see that your passion is converted into the reality. Okay. When you when you start this journey, the biggest problem is the financial problem. You need to have a sufficient financial resources to continue the business for at least 3 to 5 years. And you must have a business plan, like how you want to do the business, what kind of business model you are going to offer. Like, for example, you want to go for a franchisee model, or what kind of method. Like, for example, if it is a voyo type of model, in hotels they keep on acquiring the existing hotels and they're putting the voyo brand. Like that, you need to build a business model first. Once you make the business model and all, then you have to arrive with a business plan. Like, for example, which are the target segment you want to identify. Like, for example, you all are from Tamil Nadu. So your business, you have to decide whether you want to do it in your own town, whether you want to do it in your own state, whether you want to do it in a national level, whether you want to do it in an international level. So you need to identify your target segment areas where there is a demand for the product which you are going at. Even in education sector also, for example, you want to take, you have preschools, you have primary schools, you have colleges, you have online also. So you need to identify which segment you want to go. So once you identify the area which you want to develop yourself and all, then you need to build a team. One is the money. We covered that you need money to establish your business, to do the marketing, to do the digital marketing, to establish the brand. You need to pump money. So that, for example, when you start a new startup thing and all, most important is you need to build a brand. People should know who are you, what are you doing. So that is called visibility. That visibility comes through this digital marketing, like at least minimum things like you must have a website. So where in that website you are showing what are the services you are offering through that company which you want to promote and all. Then through that Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, digital marketing also, you keep promoting your product. Then if you have more money according to your budget, so you can even promote through this TVs, radio and newspaper also. There are different ways of marketing and branding your product. The most effective nowadays is the digital marketing. 70 to 80% nowadays people are following this Facebook, Instagram and all. So then you need to develop the content for your website, your services, your product. You have to build a system, process and procedure. So once you do all the necessary things nowadays for the funding part, government also giving some loans like mudra loans, and even central government is assisting you with 10 lakh loan, 5 lakh loans, like that way. So what you can do, three or four of you can form as a team, and then you can start moving and developing that idea with the aid of the central government and all. Or otherwise you can take loans from the banks, or you can put your own investment. So this is the financial part. Then second part is the, you need to have the team. Like for example, you need to have separate department, like operations department, branding department, marketing department, sales department, finance department, contract department. So you need to build all the departments and all the teams according to your budget. So you need to give budget for all this department. As you are a startup, you can start with less number of people, like 4 people or 5 people. Then once you are getting revenue slowly, gradually, you can also scale up the 5 members team to 10 members, 20 members in proportionate with the revenue. So third point, you have to focus on generating revenue for the product which you are doing. Hello, please, all of you, please mute. So every businessman is looking for the profit. So once you start promoting your product and people like it, then through word of mouth, you will get the more clients. The most important thing is third is the client management. So once you get the client, you need to satisfy the client in all possible ways with your service, with your commitment. You must complete the work in time, and you have to deliver the services to the fullest satisfaction of the client. So what happens once you satisfy the client, then he will give more business to you, and by showing it as a reference, you will get other clients also. Because uh, once you establish a client's base, like for example, you got 2 clients, you can show in your digital marketing, we are working for Tata's, we are working for Birla, and we are providing services for these people. So you need to focus on satisfying the client as well as improving the client base slowly, gradually. So once you develop your product and services and the business model, then you can start growing in your hometown. Then you can scale it up to the district level. Then you can scale it up to the state level. Then you can scale it up to the South India level. Then you can scale it up to the national level. Then you can scale it up to the international level. So it depends on the revenue generation and all, depends on the profits which you are getting. Slowly, slowly, you should have a business plan for next 5 to 10 years. That means you should have a clarity what you want to become in next 5 to 10 years. So once you have that vision, means a businessman must have always the passion. You must chase the passion, not the money. Because when you always thinking about making money, after some time you will lose interest and motivation to do the business. But when you are chasing your passion, it is never ending. So you always try to achieve more and more, and you will be more happy and you will be more satisfied whenever you are chasing the passion. As a student, I always suggest you to chase your passion. Don't chase the marks, chase your knowledge. You try to acquire more and more knowledge so that that knowledge will be helpful for rest of your life. Like that way, a businessman must have always a passion to deliver high value service to the client. He should have a passion to develop more aggressively, to get more clients, to get more quality products to the community and all. So like for example, if you see Tata, Birla, or Infosys or Wipro, I think you know all of these companies. Why they see Infosys, for example, you take the case of Infosys. They started 40 years before with 10,000 rupees investment in a rented house. And Sudha Narayanamurthy has put her Mangala Sutra to get the loan and started the company. Now you see Infosys is one of the top companies in the world because of their 40 years of passion, build a lot of trust for them across the globe, and they have many global clients. And now everybody's dream company is to join Infosys. But even that great company started with a small step in a rented house in one single room. Four people partnered together along with Narayan Murthy and started that company. And today they make the entire country proud with their outstanding achievement because they have continued the efforts with passion, and a lot of struggle they have faced, and they have a lot of problems. They have a lot of obstacles, but they did not give up. They continued their entrepreneur journey. So they have created the history. And the most important for entrepreneur is also you have to maintain values, honesty, integrity, and ethics. Like for example, if you take Tata, Birla, and this Infosys, even our company, we are a European group of companies. We have our offices in Italy, Germany, Romania, Spain, Portuguese, Nepal, Brazil, and Dubai. So we maintain 100% ethics, integrity, honesty with our client. So in recognition of our honesty and integrity, we received two European Business Award in competition with 1,50,000 companies. Judges are prime ministers and presidents of European Union in Poland. I am the first Indian CEO in the world history to achieve this award in Poland. And this is they have gone through 10 years of our company's track record from 2009 to 19, and it's a 1 year process. So why I'm giving this example is because we have maintained ethics, integrity, transparency, value system in our operations in consistent manner. So 10 years we have received this award based on that track record. And even our founder, Dr. Aparna Valluru, she's a Nobel laureate. Means she received Nobel Business Initiative Award for bringing this world's first neuroscience-based initiative schools in Italy in 2009. Templeton University, US also declared as a we are world's first neuroscience-based preschools and all. So these are all possible because we have continuously displayed the integrity, honesty in our operation and process since 2009. If you take case of Tata's and Birla's and this Infosys also, they maintained the values and ethics. This is very, very important. Most of the people thinking that success is important. No, sustaining success is important. Like for example, you become a number one for 1 year, it's not important. But if you sustain that number one for 10 years, 20 years, then that is an achievement. So that is only possible when you maintain ethics, integrity, honesty. Like for example, you have gone through my profile, 90 international awards from US, UK, Europe, Oman, Dubai, Kuwait. This is all possible because 20 years I have maintained honesty, integrity, ethics with all people whoever I interact, like more than 1 lakh people I have interacted from 100 country nationalities. I maintained ethics. Because of that, this 1 lakh people trusted me. So that's why I have received 90 international award, and I became the first engineer in the world history to become young prodigy by Guinness Book of Record London in 2019. So all of you keep in your mind that maintaining values, integrity, ethics, whether you are a businessman or whether you are doing a job, this is very, very important for you to sustain the success. For example, if people are not trusting you, how they will do the business with you? You just think. If a client lose trust on you, on your product, so it will be going negative publicity on you in the market. For example, you are cheating when you are giving a wrong commitment, and if you are not delivering, then what happens? It will contribute to a loss of reputation in the market, and you will not get any new business. And even the existing clients also will go to the other people whom they trust. So this is very, very important in the business. One is the quality of the services. Another is the trust which you build with the people whom you are interacting on daily basis. So this trust is important for your clients, even for your team also. For example, the employees are not trusting you, they will leave you. They will go to the other businesses and all. So to retain the employees and to retain the client, and for you, if you want to be a successful businessman, especially when you are going with the startup, this is very, very important that you need to maintain the ethics, integrity, and this honesty in all your interaction to sustain that trust. Maybe some people may temporarily win by telling lies, but in long run, when people come to know that whatever the information which you are providing is not correct, they will leave you. So always you students think long term. It's not the short term gain. You don't bother about the short term gain. Always you should have a long term vision that in next 10 to 20 years, I need to sustain this business and I want to be the number one. This should be your passion when you become when you are going with a startup. Like for example, if you are going to an employee job, even it is 12 to 14 hours, you have to work for a big MNCs and all. So same 12 to 14 hours effort, if you are putting on your own business, you can build a brand, and for your daughters and for your sons and for your next generation, you can give this business as a legacy. So like for example, your college is having an incubation center and all. It's really a great initiative. And now even when we are studying, we don't have that. We are sitting in a chair in a queue to access the internet in NIT Warangal. I'm talking about 98, 2000. So now you have a lot of technology available, a lot of people to mentor you, a lot of people to guide you, and a lot of opportunities are coming. And if you see, especially in India, next 10 to 20 years, India will be the superpower more than China and America. Now, for example, if you see this IMF and World Bank projection for India, India's GDP is going to be more than China also. And if you anybody is interested in that economics part also, you can see that means India has tremendous potential to grow, and you all are future of the country. So what I suggest you is take it as a challenge, and when you have an opportunity, try to grab this business ideas if you have an opportunity, and try to become an entrepreneur. That will give you a satisfaction as well as a life for you. It is more exciting for you, and you will be inspiration for many people. And don't afraid of a failure, and don't afraid of whether you can do it or not. Take help of some mentor, and you have your college is there, they're providing the mentoring and all. So take up any opportunity, any business idea, even it is a very small scale also. Try to start and don't give up and keep on improving that idea. And at least you spend 3 years minimum time on that particular idea. Give your heart, soul, and blood to that idea. And this will give you a self-respect also. See, most important for a person is to be independent. Even 20 years before, my father told, why you are struggling and going abroad and doing job and all. I said, I want to be independent. I don't want to depend on anybody. Like, so even now I'm doing business. There is no need for me to be an entrepreneur. I am getting source of income and all. But end of the day, we need to have a satisfaction for whatever we do, and we need to prove ourselves. So don't read the history. You become history. So when you achieve something, people talk about you, and even in you will get a good name reputation in the market, and even your juniors also take you as a role model. And without pain there is no gain, but this is the only time, this is the only opportunity for you to try with, because in this age you have a lot of energy and enthusiasm to achieve something in life. After 5 or 10 years, you may not be having that much drive. So what I suggest you, if you people are interested in business, if you are coming with a good business idea, good business proposal and all, from VAM, Global NRI, we have WIM Hub, means VAM Incubator Mentoring Hub. So we support the ideas and we give you a space even in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, and we have a lot of mentors from many countries. Even I myself as a mentor, I mentored more than 1 lakh people from 100 country national in last 20 years. We will support you financially, we'll give you the space also, and we will try to see that your venture is a successful one through WIMHAM. So whoever is interested in becoming an entrepreneur, if you have good ideas, come with that ideas and submit that proposal, preliminary proposal to me, so that if we like that proposal, we'll come forward to support idea, so that WIMHub, WAM Global NRI work, and your college, we will work together to build more and more entrepreneurs. My passion is to develop lakhs of leaders and entrepreneurs for this country. So that is the reason why after 17 years working in abroad, I came back to India to give my best to this country and all. So as a woman, if you see psychologically also, women are more intelligent than men. And if you see their success stories also, they are doing wonderful things across, not only in India, across the globe also. So women, if we give support, help and mentor them, they can do wonders. This is what, and I am a founder of Global Women Entrepreneurs. We have more than 240 women entrepreneurs from many continents of the world. And I am a founder of Global CEO Entrepreneur also for last 8 years. There also we are supporting collaboration across the globe. And so those who are very passionate to achieve something, even in future, you can approach me and we'll try to connect to the good mentors through my network in WAM and all other entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs, and we can definitely try to help you. Ma'am? Madhumita ma'am? Are you there? So I just would like to have some questions from the students. So whatever I have explained, the concept of the startup. So I just would like to have some questions. Did you understand anything? I would like to listen from you. I want to have it as an interactive session. Can I have some questions?
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yes, sir. I will try to coordinate some of the questions that have been asked by the students.
Yeah, please.
So that it will be easy for everybody.
Yeah, I just not only questions, madam. I want to listen from the student. Did they understand what I explained to them?
Okay.
Need some feedback also from them.
Okay, sir.
How is the presentation and all? See, why I am asking you to come to interaction is, I am an international keynote speaker across the globe for many countries. I traveled in more than 100 international flights to many countries. You try to speak up, then you will get the confidence. Tomorrow, even to become a public speaker, it will be helpful for you. So don't worry about your grammar, grammatic sentence, or what people think about you when you ask questions and all. Don't worry about all that. You just ask whatever you want. See, there is one question, whether idea can be safe once it is given as a proposal and all. See, with idea, nobody can do anything. You need to have a process, system, procedure, framework, and investment. And that idea has to be also developed to the level of a concept. Then only the idea has some neuroscience based, for example, neuroscience based education is an idea. But to develop the content, textbooks, and all that concept, it took more than 10 to 14 years. So even not only the idea, that concept, content, and all, you can write a NC&D agreement also. Like, for example, if you are so confident about your idea, so you can non-disclosure, non-confidential agreement, you can write with that particular investor, and then you can put your terms and condition, and you can take forward the idea to the next level. Because if you see, even in the market, there are
Excuse
ideas
me,
in the market.
sir.
Yeah. Yes, Ms. Divya.
I have one doubt, sir.
Yeah,
What
please.
do you mean by minimum viable product, sir?
Viable product means, like, for example, if you are spending 10 lakh rupees in a product to do the business or something and all, minimum viable product means that once you put investment, there should be some return on the investment which you are putting. Like, for example, if your product value is 10 lakh and you are selling for 5 lakh, then it's not viable. No? If you spend 10 lakhs, at least you should sell for 11 lakhs or 12 lakhs or more than 10 lakhs. Viable means profitability. Like, for example, you develop a product, like, for example, in the market. In the market, your competitors are selling that product for 1,000 rupees and 2,000 rupees. You have to try to develop that product less than 1,000 rupees, like 500 rupees and 600 rupees. Then only people will come to you, because there are two parameters in life. One is people want high quality at low price. So minimum viable means when you are a new startup and all, if you are putting high price, nobody will purchase. So this is your challenge to develop your product with high quality and low price. Then that is called the minimum viability. A lot of people have ideas, but many entrepreneurs fail because they keep the price so high. Like, for example, you yourself is going to a supermarket or mall. There are hundreds of products or brands available. Definitely you look for a lesser price or not, tell me. And you always look for the person who is offering you more discounts. So price is very, very important there. So minimum viability means always a buyer always think what are the money he's purchasing, whether he's getting.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
What is a lean startup and who can involve lean startup, sir?
Startup means you take up an idea and you start that company based on that idea. That is called a startup company. Means based on idea you are developing a company. Na? So then those companies are called startup companies. Either an idea or concept or product, any one of this, if you take and try to start a new company, that is called a startup company. Any new company for first 5 years with less than 25 crores turnover is called as a startup. That is the definition given by the government of India. Because initially you cannot put more money and start with a big turnover and all. So when you start a new company, you have to start slow and start from low level, and then you have to gradually develop to the high level. So that's the reason why people, whoever, even Infosys or all big companies, Beginning, they have started as a startup, and after that, they have developed as a big multinational companies. Is it clear?
Sir,
Yeah, yes, please.
sir, I'm from psychology department.
Okay.
I would like to know how can I start entrepreneurship relating to psychology?
See, you can see if you want to become an entrepreneur in psychology, you can start a psychology clinic and you can become a psychology consultant and you can make it as a startup and even you can give online consultation also. No, ma'am?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Nowadays, this trend is going on that most of the doctors are available for online consultation and all. So you can make it as a startup, as a psychology, and you can make a team like, for example, team of psychologists, clinical psychologists, child psychologists. Like there are even psychology. There are different type of specialization. Huh? So you 3-4 people, you can start together in online, or even you can open a clinic, psychology clinic, and you can start working on it and developing it. There are two ways. Using technology, you can do online, or otherwise you can start a psychology clinic because nowadays a lot of people are suffering with psychological problem, depression and all, mostly students and all. So you can tie up with some colleges and you can take some projects from them and you can charge them for the consultancy, whatever you are providing services to them based on the scope of work, and you can become an entrepreneur. Are you a student or teacher?
I'm a student, sir, currently in my
Yeah,
first.
you are doing psychology.
Sir?
Means, are you a psychology student?
Yes, sir, I'm a psychology student in my final
Yeah,
year.
yeah. You can try exploring this idea of putting a psychology clinic or a hospital because nowadays a lot of demand is for psychologists there. But you have to be expert before you become and start because you need a brand. So what you can do, you can tie up with the people like, for example, already established psychology in the market. You can partner with them and you can start a new venture, or even you can start your own also.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
See, one more question people are asking, any startup done by arts and science college from your experience? See, even you see, for example, Ambani, I think you know all of you, Dhirubhai Ambani. He's not even a art and science college student or something. He studied something like 10th class and all. So he has a vision, he has a passion, he has a strategy, and today you know that Ambani's worth is more than 5 lakh crores. So anybody can be entrepreneur. Only thing you need to have the passion, drive to succeed, and you should never give up till you reach your goal. I have seen many people who are even art and science thing, like for example, even in VAM, we have one company called Jairaj International. Now he is doing operations in 10 to 20 countries. And he was partner for GMR and he studied his MCOM only. He was the gold medalist and he is a very successful entrepreneur for last 20 years. So he also come forward to offer the space and a financial support also for this Vim Hub. So if any one of you having any good ideas and good proposals, we can talk to them. So many people are there in arts and science colleges who became the success story. He also started as a startup. See here, our brain and our talent and our intelligence is the major investment. It's not only the money. You need to you need to be intelligent enough to give the strategies, planning, business acumen, and all. So once you are passionate and all, that will take you to the success as an entrepreneur. Money is only 10 to 20%, but most important is your capabilities, your talent, knowledge, skills, and most important thing, you have to grab the opportunity. Like today, you are interacting with me, it is an opportunity. Maybe here 150, 170 people are listening to me. If you are impressing me, maybe I may give an opportunity to you through my network. I have 1 lakh people network from 100 countries. So you people have to think like that way. So I see 20 people already left this session. So if they don't have the patience of 1 hour in their life to listen to a session, what they can achieve in their life, you tell me. In overnight, you cannot be Tata or Birla. But if you continuously put effort 10 to 12 hours, definitely you can be a successful entrepreneur. That is what I mean to say. That always you have to, hard work always pays. And those entrepreneurs whom I have seen, every day is working 16 hours, minimum 14 to 16 hours, who is with the arts and commerce background. An entrepreneur need not be an engineer or to be an entrepreneur, you need to be passionate. And you need to have the interest and enthusiasm to learn new things and develop new things, develop your skills and capabilities so that you can be a successful entrepreneur. And you have to keep on exploring the opportunities. You have to keep on expanding your network. You need to have the contacts because all the business in the world is generated through network and contacts. So those who are having good network, so you always try to associate with entrepreneurs who are already doing business. So when you are associated with them, then you will understand how to do the business. Any other questions? I would like to listen from some of the students. How do you feel this session? Is it useful for you? Did you learn anything new regarding the entrepreneurship journey and all?
Sir, there are a few questions in the chat box as well. Can I read it out from the students?
Yeah, please.
Yes, sir. There is one question stating that how far the idea will be safe once it is given for a proposal.
Yeah, I have given the answer na, that you can give NC&A agreement, non-confidential, non-disclosure agreement, and then you can give the idea. When you sign NC&A, then it is safe. Nobody can do anything with your idea without your permission.
Okay, sir. There is a couple of more questions.
Yeah.
They have also asked, like, how can you retain the customers in any given business?
See, in any business, retaining of customer is two things. One is you have to give high quality and you have to maintain the relations. That is very, very important. Customer, and you have to maintain the trust also. So customer always try to expect more quality at lesser price. So we need to satisfy the customer in the parameters of quality, price, and relation. So always the personal rapport which you keep with your customer, and most important is the timeline. Means whenever you are serving your customer, you need to deliver the timelines and you have to keep your commitments. So whenever you are delivering your commitment in time, the customer will continue long term and he will give more business. It's very, very important that you have to satisfy the customer in terms of quality, time, and price.
Thank you, sir. Hope it cleared it. And another question is that what is the more important one? Is it the product or the brand? Which should we concentrate more in the initial stages?
See, product is very important because you should have a unique product. Like for example, if you have like 10 products already there in the market, there is no meaning that you bring the same product because you have a lot of competition. So the most important research I told you in the beginning, you have to identify the product which public needs, which is in demand for the future coming years. So product is very, very important, madam. Once you identify the product and all, then you have to start building it as a brand in period of 5 to 10 years. And the best branding happens through word of mouth, man. Like for example, those who are satisfied with your product, they will tell and refer to their friends and relatives. Nowadays in India and other countries, this is happening through word of mouth. Like for example, for our brand also, we run preschools. We get most of the parents through the word of mouth only. 90% of our admissions happen through word of mouth. So branding always happens through our customers. And other branding, whatever happening is also important. That will create a visibility, a digital marketing and all. But the service which you are providing through product, it must be high quality and world class, madam. Because you have one more very important point here. You have to deliver better quality, better price than your competitor, ma'am, in the market.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Then
Uh,
only people will purchase, na?
yes, yes, yes. And another question is that how can we market the product effectively? Is there any strategy that we can follow?
Yeah, marketing means, see, as I told you, digital marketing is the best strategy to go ahead based on your budget, like and Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Facebook, and all these things. You can make a short videos of 1 to 2 minutes, and you can present the content, and you can make your website first for your product, and that website and all those and YouTube channel, and that website and YouTube channel you have to continuously promote through digital media based on your budget, madam. And second thing, you have to go to exhibitions, you have to participate in exhibition, you have to participate in the conferences and those places, and you have to put your stall there. So there also you will get the visibility, and then again you can promote it through media like electronic media, print media, and all those things. Also depends on the budget available to you. You can try to market in all possible ways, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Are there any sources for funding? How can we go about and search?
See, there are angel investors, there are venture capitalists who are funding on based on your idea. Some people funding based on your concept. Some people funding based on your product. So there are different market, different kinds of investors available in the market, ma'am. Like equity investors are there, debt investors are there. Like central government is also giving some schemes, Mudra scheme and all. So you have to approach all those authorities uh, from government side and private side to explore all this investment opportunity. Means first you have to have your proposal ready. What exactly your business plan? What is your product? How it can add value to that thing? And what is the future potential for that particular product in next 5 to 10 years? Where is your target segment? That is called business proposal. So once you submit your business proposal to the banks or to the central government authorities or investors, if they like it, then they will come forward for the funding, because everybody wants to make money. Nobody wants to invest money on the failed products or products which don't have the market in the coming future, man.
Okay, sir. There is one more question, sir. Like when we say startup and business, ideally they start after college or something, or after the college completion of their course. Is there any benefit or advantage of time that they will get when they started even as a student?
I prefer that they can do it as a student, because they know what is the practical problems in the business, and what are, and once they gain the experience and knowledge, once they come out of the degree, they will save that 3 years time, na, ma'am. Like for example, if 3 years you are student and entrepreneur, then you are gaining both, na. Why you want to wait till you finish your degree? And when you have an opportunity, you slowly gradually join that business and support them slowly, like weekends and all. After completion of college, you can go and help and support those businesses, and you can take some like some salary or some profit sharing from them. Then it will helpful for you to become a strong entrepreneur, and you can establish your own once you come out of the degree. It,
Yes, sir.
it all depends on the opportunity, madam. Any opportunity, don't leave it. Every opportunity is worth. You have to explore it to the maximum. Like for example, talking to me is an opportunity, because people wait 2 years, 3 years to get my appointment also. But as requested by this your higher authorities, even despite my hectic schedules and all, I came forward to interact with all of your students. So if you want to meet me outside this seminar, it's not possible, no? So you have to grab the opportunity.
Yes, sir. As you said, I think they will look up for the opportunity and they won't miss it. And also, when they are planning to start, they are also having a doubt regarding which field is flourishing right now. How to understand that trend and how to strategize their business ideas.
I told you, na, education, health, hospitality is very potential sectors for next 20 to 50 years. So they need to do a lot of research now. What is the, like, for example, you are in Tamil Nadu, what is the need there in the market? Which product is having demand? Preschools are demand, or primary schools are demand, or tuition centers are demand, or online schools are demand, or college demand. So you need to do market research first to identify the potential areas. So once you do that potential areas and all, then you start building up, working that idea and working in that direction.
Yes.
What
Yes.
people need there, what is the people's need, what is the demand in that particular state or particular town, you need to identify. You have to identify the niche area and then you have to work on it, man. You have to do the research. Yeah, see, that is the reason why all this kind of sessions will helpful to the people to understand, and you need to discuss with the experts and take their inputs, and you need to speak to the business people who are already entrepreneur and get all that information.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. And I think we have come to the end of the doubts that they all had. And now I request any one of the student to give the feedback for the session. If you could, anybody can tell that, it will be helpful.
Yes, ma'am. Thank Thank you for the wonderful session, sir. I have learned many information in this section. I got many about entrepreneurship, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I would like to listen from the faculty also about the feedback of this session.
Yes, sir. It was very, simple and effective for the students to understand. And I thank you for, breaking it down in a very simple manner so that our students could understand in a very easy way. So I think it was a very interactive and, useful session for the students as well. And even we got to understand many aspects of entrepreneurship in a way that we can also guide them. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, even if somebody is interested, I can mentor them. If for the interested people, you refer them, so that after this session also, if somebody want to continue their entrepreneur journey and all, I can mentor them, and as well as through VAM Global NRI Vibhag also, I will connect the mentors in their respective sectors also.
Definitely, sir. As you said, you told the students to, use the opportunity while it is there. So you have given a lovely opportunity for them, and I hope many students will come forward and utilize this opportunity that you have provided, sir.
And
We'll also coordinate.
Even in future, if you want more sessions like this, I can arrange from other people, and even myself also can take it. You can come out with some doubts or agenda, like 3-4 points, like for example,
Yes, sir.
some area like how to market, how to build relation with the client, how to maintain relation with the client, how to do the business development, like that kind of thing. See, like out of 150 people, only 50 people left in the session at present now.
Yes, sir.
So this is also demotivate the speaker. And if I bring any international speaker, their time is money. Even for 1 hour, my charge is 10 lakhs. Even I go to other countries. And especially the most important for the student, they should not disrespect the speaker like this way. And I am also very much disappointed to see this, because I am also extremely busy. I left all my work, my office work, and sitting here for this session. At least they should honor the time. Next time, what I suggest you, ma'am, you please only call the people who are interested. Even 20-30 people also, no problem. We'll tell them focus away. Otherwise, I'm telling you openly and transparently, other speaker won't make it comfortable to address next time. What I mean to say is, you can take a shortlisted people who are really interested in this topic, so that it will be effective session, rather than people coming and exiting. Even it won't look nice, na? What do you say?
Yes, sir. Definitely, this is a point taken by Unfortunately, today we were facing some power cut and the Wi-Fi was a trouble. So that is the main problem. But we'll sort out the issue also. And as you said, we'll also take that into consideration, and we will list out the students who are interested also, sir.
Yeah, you talk to them, na? What is this? This we are doing for them. If they are not interested, they see patient is coming to the doctor not to favor the doctor. It is for the thing. If they want to develop and achieve something in their life, this guidance is very, very important. Okay. Even PV Sindhu also without guidance, without mentoring, she did not become the world champion. With the support of Mr. Gopichand only, his mentoring support made her as a world champion. So you just make sure, because I don't find any problem with the faculty or student, but what happens, people will not show interest to give more time. Because in one session, we can only give the guideline and introduction. But if you go for 3-4 sessions and all, then they will get the clarity about the concept, because it's a very vast subject, ma'am.
Surely, sir. Surely. Thank you, sir. Now I call upon the student to continue.
Wow, thank you for your wonderful talk, sir. As ma'am mentioned, the session was very simple and it was very informative. Always have an attitude of gratitude. Now I would request Komal of 3rd BSc HSC ID to propose oath of thanks.
On this wonderful day, it is my privilege to propose the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I would like to thank the Almighty for giving this day. I extend my gratitude to our management member for supporting and encouraging us in our endeavors. I also express my heartfelt thanks to our college correspondent sir, principal ma'am, vice principal ma'am, and staff for their coordinated guidance, motivation. I express my thanks to the resource person M.N.R. Gupta sir. Thank you, sir. The valuable information for spending your valuable time with us. Once again, I express my gratitude to all the people present here to make this event as a successfully.
Thank you, Komal. I thank everyone for your presence and making the event the grand success. Thank you, everyone, once again. The feedback form will be shared shortly. I would request all the students to fill the form. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for the opportunity. And actually, it's a process to share the feedback. So there are also some very good doubts and questions raised by the student, definitely. And even the faculty also, their enthusiasm levels are high. Only my feedback is only given for the purpose of improving for the next time to make an effective presentation from incubator, sir. Nothing more than.